Okay guys, I'm going to do a part 2 for the last video that I did about the moon being artificial, because I know that I left off a lot of things that interconnect with the moon, okay? And it has to do with the tarot cards, and of course the tree of life, because the tarot cards come from the tree of life, as I explained in my tarot course introduction. So, in the tree of life, the 9th Sephiroth is symbolized by the moon. So that is like the portal in which the soul comes in to manifest on the last Sephiroth, which is the 10th Sephiroth, Malkuth, into this kingdom that we live in, that we call reality. Okay, but before that, Yesod, which is represented by the moon, we had other Sephiroths on the top. Okay, for those of you that are not familiar with the tree of life, with the Kabbalah. And before anything comes into manifestation, it has to go through a process of thought. Okay, that's why they say that thought is the first thing that happens before anything starts to take place into manifestation. So with that being said, if the moon is artificial, whoever did this, whoever put that moon there, okay, also knew in a metaphysical way that it would somehow create some sort of a box, okay? Because once you have to have a portal in which something has to be born out of, okay, I would say, like, you know, it's represented by like the vagina, it's represented by the female genitals, okay, the moon. If you look at the tarot cards, you're going to see that the moon, card 18, has 2 towers, and those 2 towers are represented by a gateway, and is also represented by the female genitals, okay? And it could be likened to when a woman is giving labor, is giving birth, and she is in labor and she is in pain, and you hear the dogs howling, and then you see the moon, and you can see this in Hollywood movies. They know what they're doing, and they portray that image, okay, of the moon, of that feeling, of that vibration. And what they're trying to portray is the vibration of your side, okay, for those of you who do know, who study this stuff. So it symbolizes a gateway. So the moon, okay, apparently must have been put there as some sort of gateway, okay, and metaphysically speaking. Now, I don't know, physically, maybe the moon was put there maybe to block an asteroid, you know, or maybe as a space station to spy on us, which I think is really dumb, but who knows. But anyways, if the moon was put there, it was put there very, very, very perfect, because the moon, when it's eclipsing the sun, it covers the sun completely. And the moon is very, very tiny, okay, in comparison to the earth. I think it's like the size of California, if I'm correct. So it had to be put in a certain way, like in a certain distance from the sun and a certain distance to the earth, in order to create a perfect eclipse, a perfect shadow to cast, okay? And you could put any object up there and it will probably not cover the sun, okay? And it all depends on distance and size. So it was put there in perfect size and, you know, in perfect distance to the sun and to the earth, and it creates an eclipse. It covers the sun completely. So that's another thing that's in perfection, all right? That's a little strange. And why would the moon decide to hang around a planet when it could have been like Pluto? Pluto's very small. Pluto's way smaller than the moon. And none of the theories that the scientists have come, you know, to conclusion about, none of the theories that the scientists have brought together of how the moon became, that an asteroid came and crashed into the earth, and then a rock splattered, and then it decided to stick to the earth. It just doesn't make any sense, okay? And why didn't it just, you know, continue and went around the earth like Pluto? Why the earth? The earth doesn't really have that much of a magnetic, you know, a strong magnetic field. So those are questions that really do, you know, really do pose a thought, okay? Another thing is that NASA claims to have gone to the moon once and moonwalked, and we already saw the strings, we already saw it was fake and it's debunked. And then they claim to go like 6 more times, but we never see the footage, and if we see the footage, it's kind of fake. People debunk it. So I do believe that maybe, perhaps, we are not able to come out of the earth. Maybe they put like some sort of a shield, okay, for us not to be able to break out of the atmosphere. That's what I believe. I mean, I've seen them spacewalk and stuff like that. You know, it looks real. I don't know if they photoshopped it, but it really does look real to me. But maybe they did, maybe that's all they could do. Maybe they could only go a certain distance before they're just whacked back in, okay? Now, the moon, it could very well be a prison gate because, like I said, it vibrates with Saturn. It's synchronized in numerology as 28 and 27, somewhere between that, okay? It could very well be a gate between, you know, the underworld perhaps and this reality, okay, this kingdom. You know, when it's foggy and you see the moon, you can see a lot of the mist go up, and it looks like the souls of people that are dead that are arising, and they're probably entering that gateway. Very interesting subject, so let me know what you guys think in the bottom of this video.